So I woke up about 5 minutes to 5. It's 5:22 a.m. Tuesday, April 25th. Um, and the Joyce Meyer Ministries channel that I'm subscribed to just posted a new video. And it's called Receiving from God, Part 1. It's the series of Enjoying Everyday Life, okay? She starts off by saying, in the intro, okay, uh, you know, God doesn't help us because we memorize all the Psalms or whatever. We're always, she likes to say, like, highlighting in our Bibles, right? Um, God helps us because we are helpless. And we put our faith in Him. Because if we don't, we are finished. Utterly destroyed without Him. We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for God. Which is probably why some people are so angry at God. Because they don't see how powerful they are in their circumstances. And sometimes the power is surrendering to God, and so you can receive God's grace. And all those synchronicities with my name yesterday, on. It's just God's grace, and without it, where would we be? I mean, there's some stories in my life where, oh my God, I mean, if I didn't have God's grace, I just kept telling me, just keep looking up, keep like I would just hear that over and over and over and over and over in my head during certain times of where some people would kill themselves or want to hurt someone else and make someone else the object of all their rage, and that's God's grace intervening in your life. When you hear a voice like that just says, just keep looking up at the sky, just look at that beautiful blue sky, just keep walking, keep going, keep looking up, keep going, keep walking, one foot in front of the other, keep looking up. And it's something that came up for me with this masculine healing, the mommy didn't protect me thing. I might share that, but it's still kind of raw. Even though I thought I healed it before, but it came up again. It was something from a relationship when I had a miscarriage. But this sermon, okay, so she's interviewing. In the beginning, she's talking to a woman or her partner that does a lot of the interviewing. I forget her name, Jill something, I think, but sweetheart of a woman. So she's a sex worker, this prostitute that she's interviewing, ex-prostitute, okay, human being. Let's say that, all right. And she mentions how she starts off talking about how she found God, and she overdosed. Okay, she was prostituting and she was doing drugs. She overdosed, and she calls it, and I just started busting out in tears because excuse me. she called it her surrender birthday. And I had a moment like that where I almost died, and then kundalini, all this stuff, rash, inflammation, vomiting, migraine, my eyes felt like there was lemon juice, and I mean, everything was falling apart. I had hives all over me. I felt like I had 2 broken ankles, just like swollen, everything going wrong with my body. Yeah, and that's the night that I surrendered my will to God and said, I can't do this anymore. I give the reins over to you. So this woman had that moment too, but it was just induced with drugs instead of illness. However God works through you, okay? And that's why there can't be any judgment, because we're judging God when we judge another person, because God is working through them the way God chooses to do it with them. So we're not to judge ourselves either. And so I'm just losing track a little bit now because I'm getting emotional. I'm going to put the link to what I'm watching below so you guys can check it out. That was the main purpose of this little blip, blurb, whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, surrendering. Oh, the surrender, I remember that day vividly, and I could remember the actual day if I had the email records, but I go through and I delete. I don't like to have millions of emails in my, okay, so that next day, or, when the sunlight was out again, because I think it was like 3 in the morning when I went to the hospital. I can't remember, but, the next time that I had checked my email, or the next day, whatever, sunlight came out. So there was an email from the woman who rented me the house that I'm in now, that I did the whole visualization, visual board, however you want to say it, drawing diagrams of placing every little bit of furniture I had. This is going to go here, this is going to go there, just visualizing it, letting go of beggars can't be choosers, scarcity mentality. And I said, no, I'm going to envision the place that I wanted, okay, from the very beginning. My number one choice. I said, well, I'll take anything because I'm getting desperate. No, I said, that is gone. That mentality is gone. I don't care if I'm on welfare. I don't care if whatever's going on. I want because that's what God says. God says, what would you want? Just decide what you want. Don't limit that based on what's going on in your life right now, what your circumstances are right now. And she talks about that, how things will change in life, and it's this spiraling, like this spring, okay, this vortex as we're traveling. Okay, bad things happen, and then it dissolves, and things settle down, okay, and then something comes up again, and she says we're old enough to know better, to know that life goes in cycles like this. So if we're gonna let our current situation, our current surroundings dictate how much we enjoy our life, we're just going to be flip-flopping all over the place. That's why we need to stay even keel, that tube of light that goes through. If you think of a spring like a spiral, but it also forms like a sheath, if you will, okay, and we're that tube of light through the center, light, okay, flight through the center, and we need to stay even keeled and balanced. Just like that game Operation, you can't be too much to either side or the other, because it's going to buzz and that clown's nose is going to light up and you're going to, get frazzled. So staying balanced, centered, sometimes it takes some real fine tuning, just like that game Operation. So, alright, I just wanted to share that. I'm going to put the link below if you guys want to check it out. It's Joyce Myers. We love Joycey. And there's no being hateful towards people. Oh, she's a reptilian. I don't go off down those rabbit holes, okay? This is a beautiful woman of God, and she gives sermons that are so relatable to everyone, and she focuses on the message. A lot of Christian preachers I'll resonate with, and then they'll start hating on gays or something like this, and I'll just be like, boop, total turn off immediately. So she doesn't even go there, which is what I like about her. Whatever her personal beliefs are, or whatever, she stays focused on the true core fundamental teachings, and that's what I love about her, okay? And she's real, and she's been through it, so she knows how much strength it takes, okay? So check out that video if you're so inclined. That's what I'm watching, so I'm going to get back to it, and I love you guys. Peace and blessings.